Hey everyone, today we're jumping right into a really powerful tool for families affected by ALS, crowdfunding. And listen, this is about so much more than just raising money, it's about building a real community of support. We're going to break down a really practical step-by-step guide to help you tackle the financial side of living with ALS.
Okay, let's just get right to it. The financial reality of ALS is, well, it's just a huge number to wrap your head around. We're talking about an average annual cost of care that's around $200,000. That number alone shows you why just saving or traditional planning, it's often just not enough. And get this, that's just for 1 year. Over a lifetime, those expenses can soar to a potential $1.4 million. And you know the really wild part? That's often with insurance already covering a big chunk of the costs. It is an absolutely massive mountain to climb.
So yeah, that really sets the stage, right? This is the huge financial challenge we're talking about. Just understanding these staggering costs is the first step, and it really shows why we need to explore powerful solutions.
Okay, so we've seen the problem. It's huge. But let's pivot to the solution. And that's where this idea of a community lifeline comes in. Crowdfunding is an incredible way to rally that support and turn what feels like one person's burden into a real collective effort.
So what is medical crowdfunding really? You know, when we boil it down, it's pretty simple. It's all about raising small amounts of money from a whole lot of people online. This helps cover those critical expenses that insurance often doesn't touch, things like a wheelchair ramp for the house or one of those amazing communication devices, the stuff that makes a real day-to-day difference. And you know, this right here, this quote really gets to the heart of it. Crowdfunding is so much more than just a transaction. It's about building a community that literally surrounds you, turning strangers and donors into this incredible support system, and living out this powerful idea. Together, we're bigger than ALS.
All right, enough with the what, let's get into the how. This next part is your playbook for success. We're going to break down the key, data-backed strategies you need to maximize support and really make your fundraising campaign work.
You know, when you look at the most successful campaigns, they all have a few things in common. It all starts with your story. It has to be compelling, and it has to be honest. Then, you got to set a realistic goal. Not just, help me, but help us raise $5,000 for a communication device. You need personal photos and videos. You need to post regular updates. And always, always personalize your thank yous and be totally transparent. That's how you build trust.
Okay, so with all those tips, is there just one thing that makes the biggest difference? What do you think is the single best way to really, truly boost those donations? Let's look at what the data says.
Well, the numbers here they're just staggering. Honestly, look at this. Campaigns that include even a short video raise, on average, 105% more funds. That's not a small bump. That's more than double the money. It's a total game changer, because video forges this personal connection that text and photos just can't. And here's another one for you, and it's so simple. Just posting a quick update about your campaign's progress, say every 5 days or so, boom, you can raise 3 times more money. It's crazy, right? But it makes total sense. It keeps your community engaged and shows people their support is actually doing something real.
Okay, so you've got the strategy down, but what about the tools? You need the right platform to make all this happen. So let's talk about choosing the right one. And don't worry, I'll make it super simple.
All right, let's talk about the first thing everyone asks about, the fees. How much does it cost? Let's look at 2 of the big ones, GoFundMe and a more specialized one called CrowdCare. Now, they're both great because they have a 0% platform fee, but here's the key difference. GoFundMe still has that standard credit card processing fee, usually around 3%. CrowdCare, on the other hand, 0 processing fees. That means literally every single penny goes right where you need it to go.
So here's a quick cheat sheet for you. GoFundMe? It's huge. Its biggest strength is its massive audience. We're talking 190 million users. You want maximum eyeballs? That's your go-to. CrowdCare is laser-focused on medical needs and making sure you keep every dollar. Then you've got others like Why Donate if you're looking for international support. And Impact Guru is amazing if you want some help crafting that perfect, powerful story. Okay, we've talked about the why, we've talked about the how. So now the question is, when? And the answer is right now. This last part is all about action. A simple plan you can literally start today.
Look, I know this can feel like a huge thing to start, but it really doesn't have to be. You can get this whole thing up and running in about an hour. Seriously, just spend 10 minutes checking out GoFundMe and CrowdCare. Then take a half hour to jot down your story and grab a couple of photos from your phone. another 20 minutes to actually build the page. They have templates that make it super easy. And then, the most important part, just hit send. Email it to 10 people you're close with, post it on your social media, and that's it. You're live.
You know, this quote, it just says it all. This isn't just about money. It's about looking at this incredible challenge and saying, yeah, ALS is tough, but you know what? We are tougher. It's a statement of strength and community. So really, the only thing left to ask is, what's your first step going to be?